Still says scheduled.
Okay. Okay, we are live.
We are live, but I think last time it took a minute to start countdown, right?
Okay, I don't know. It's showing we are
Yeah,
live.
we are live. I think on all the platforms. It started countdown after some time, but that's okay. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay.
hi, good evening, everybody. We just celebrated the World Meditation Day on the 21st of December. And I hope each and every one of you who's going to watch this um, will at least have experienced meditation or would be curious to know what is meditation and also want to experience what is meditation. Now, India has given the world the art of sitting quiet after all the activity and to reflect and to go within and explore what it is to connect with the center of your being. Many people from around the world have come to India seeking just this peace and have um, not only so, good evening, everybody. This is Sandhya Prakash here. I have with me Trusha Dete. And today we are going to discuss Karlakattai and Mepadam. These are two traditional forms of martial art, but we call it the meditation in motion. And how can you achieve this state of meditation in motion is what we will first talk about. And then we are going to do a little bit of demo. Is that the plan and a good plan, guys? Yesterday was World Meditation Day, as I mentioned to you. And that particular day is being celebrated across the world. 21st of June was World Yoga Day, which also India proposed. And this is a very, very new day as well. How can we have meditation in motion, you may think? Can I walk and be in meditation? Can I talk and be in meditation? Can I be playing a sport and be still meditative? Well, we shall discuss just these points. I welcome Trisha to today explain to us her experience in meditation. But before that, being in the moment and being connected to yourself is something we all aspire to be totally relaxed and so on. So there are only three types of people: those who know about meditation, who are going to be curious about meditation, and who are going to meditate in the future. With all the stressful things in life, that's what are the three categories. So over to you, Trisha. What is meditation for you? And do you think that doing the Mepadam and Karlakattai, we can get into the zone of meditation?
Uh, Personally, for me, meditation is something that brings more awareness into day-to-day life. So whether these are my actions or this is what I eat, what I speak, meditation is something that helps to bring awareness into all the activities of life. And Also contrary to I mean the meditators know that expecting an experience out of meditation is not what meditation is all about. Meditation is actually like it's like a cleaning process, like it's a cleanup. It's like sweeping and washing, scrubbing, all that. And That's what That's exactly the same thing we do in Maypadam and Karlakattai practice, right? We are cleaning up. We are cleaning up the emotions. We are cleaning up the body. We are removing the things that need that need to be replaced with new and better things. We are making, we are improving things inside us. So which eventually will help us to become more aware human beings. Firstly within ourselves, and then of course that's going to reflect outside. So that's what meditation is for me, and that's what I believe what Maypadam and Karlakattai does. Um, there is one, by the way, there is one. Uh, I will say misunderstanding or lack of understanding when it comes to meditation, which is you don't need a strong body for meditating. In fact, you see in all the traditions, for example, you take yoga, if you consider yoga, in that also we have so many asanas which we are using first to detox the body, and then we have meditative practices. So you need these physical fitness practices so that you can meditate better at the end of the day. So yeah, that's what I think. That's what my experience has been.
So, in a nutshell, what you say is 2 points. First, awareness. So, any form of repetitive exercise, be it yoga, be it Karlakattai, be it Maypadam, increases the awareness of the body. And when we are meditating, eyes closed, awareness of our inner self is the second interesting point you brought out is the fact that you're meditating does not need strength or self control is a misnomer. We need to be strong in the body to be strong in the mind. And so I think these are takeaway points that Trisha has just mentioned. Moving forward, when you are sitting in one location, when your body is not moving at all and you're closed your eyes and you're observing within, that is meditation. What we do in Maypadam and Karlakattai is just the opposite. We have our eyes open, we are standing, we are moving continuously. We don't even hold a particular posture for even more than probably a second, right? We keep moving in rhythmic motion. So there is somewhere a connection between the body and the surroundings that happens, right? And so, does that also take you into meditation? Can that also take you into meditation? Because I remember you made us do once the hand movements of Karlakattai, the single hand swing, and you asked us to close our eyes and continue with the movement, right? The Karna was exchanging hands, there was movement, but then we had reached a point where we could do it close eyed completely. And then it was magic, and we just went into that zone, right? So, how did that happen?
See, even though we are moving continuously, moving properly, moving in the correct way, maintaining all the alignment is not possible if you are not going to be aware throughout the session. So it's not like we are just simply moving without being aware or without not being connected. In fact, if you see, when your mind is not there, when you are practicing, you will find it challenging to do the movement. Now, like in all the traditional practices, even in Maypadam and Karlakattai, we do each movement 108 times. I need a sip of water. This always happens when we are live. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Please get your water.
Hmm. Okay. So, just like in all the traditional practices, and actually not just Indian traditional practices, even in Chinese or Japanese traditional practices, we do a movement 108 times. And there is, of course, a significance for doing this 108 times. But doing a movement 108 times, it also helps to build patience and focus. Nowadays we don't have patience, because everything is available at the click of the button. Everything is. So doing movement, every movement 108 times, with each repetition you start to become better, because your joints, tendons, muscles, with each repetition it opens up more, and you're able to do it better. So this is how it helps to build patience, focus, and awareness. So even though we are moving throughout the session, it's not that we are not connected to ourselves. And that's what meditation is, right? It helps you to connect with yourself better. And that's what we are doing. We are doing the same thing. It's just that we are doing this in the movement. Those, I think they are called, those Turkish dancers, they're called
Dervishes.
dervishes.
Dervishes,
Dervishes, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So they also do these, they swirl around themselves, and they are actually meditating. So even for them, movement is this motion, this movement becomes meditation. Is the same thing about Padam and Karlakattai, and I actually would like to bring this into light, that this ideally should become the way of practice for any physical fitness modality. We should not be separating that. Meditation is the time when I sit somewhere, when I have some aroma around me and everything is quiet and peaceful, and no one is making noise, and I sit somewhere and focus on the breath, and all that. This meditation is something that you should not be compartmentalizing meditation like that. That's not a complete understanding of meditation.
Well said, well said. Apart from awareness, what you brought out is this inner connect or the connection with yourself should be a permanent fixture. So, being in the now, being connected to oneself should be part of the activity that we are doing, even if we are reading a book, even if we are just taking a walk or we are eating. We can be at one with ourselves continuously, and meditation can be a way of life. Now, coming to our third point, I think you mentioned that when we are in motion, we are moving our body is erect, our stomach is tucked in, our tailbone is, in position. So we take the posture, but we also say align your breath or synchronize your breath with every movement, right? When we move our hand up, we breathe in. When we bring it down, we breathe out. So the breath is also synchronized with the body. Is that a vehicle that is taking us towards meditation as well, apart from being connected?
Uh, it's not mandatory. Of course, it helps, but it's not mandatory. In the beginning, the people who are practitioners and who have been practicing regularly, and who have practiced Maypadam for a long time, uh, have this understanding that with practice, eventually your breath starts aligning with the movement, synchronizing with the movement on its own. It becomes effortless. Whereas in the beginning, it's difficult to align your breath with the movement to bring that synchronicity. But that's why, I don't, when I teach, at least I don't stress on this point for beginners, that, because uh, otherwise it's very agitating. It makes people feel that I'm not doing something correct. What if I don't synchronize my breath? Is something bad going to happen in my body? And things like that, which are, there is no like foundation for that. So the alignment with the breath comes on its own after some time, and definitely that helps. But it's not that if the breath is not aligned so strictly, it's not synchronized so strictly, that you are going to lose out on something. So all these things, I will say there are no fixed steps to it because everyone is so different, and all these things they kind of happen almost simultaneously. Bringing that, becoming more aware, then synchronizing your breath, then bringing more awareness into movement, then being able to hold the alignment better every time. So these things almost happen simultaneously. There are no like fixed steps. That's what I have observed in my teaching of last 5 years.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what you're saying is, uh, when you're learning something new, just like Maypadam and Karlakattai, don't stress yourself on being perfect, number one. And two, yes, in due course, your breath will also align with your movement, but first learn the movement correctly, the way the body should move, the way the wrist and the joints and the entire shoulder complex, just to know our body, because we have not done this from when we were little. And I understand from our previous talks that this was a way of life for people where they used to learn this very effortlessly from the beginning. We are doing it at the age of 20, 30, 40, and 50, and even 60-year-olds are learning for the first time. So, to instead of being, the whole purpose is not to be agitated, to be calm, to build something. And so, what you're saying is bring up the synchronization of breath after some time when you're clear with the movement, or it will happen automatically. Okay, makes sense, complete sense. So today we are also planning to do some demo, right, of certain movements. So shall we get into it now, or do you have anything else on the meditative aspect of the whole zone? And do you think that India can take this practice of Maypadam and Karlakattai to the world on this particular day as a meditation in motion from the country as well?
Yes, I think definitely there is a need. In fact, I wonder why it is not already being done. But the way, the extent to which this brings benefits and transformation in anyone, it would be such a massive gift. It would be such a yeah, massive gift for humanity if we are able to spread this in the world, just like yoga.
Yeah. I think it is also one other area where somebody was talking to me, Trisha, was, why don't you teach this to all the women in the world to build strength? I said, it is not just women, it is about men and women having a self control built in, flexibility built in, good health built in. It is not for any particular gender. So, that needs to prove itself or bring it out of the shadows. So I said it is for all the people, because in everybody, there is a feminine and a masculine aspect which is there. It is not one is better than the other or one, it is about balance. You have any thoughts on that?
Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not like this practice is only for women, or just because both of us talking about it right now, we both are women, so we are trying to spread this only to women. This is for both men and women, and as I've been, in our last talks also, as I've explained, this was for people from all walks of life. So farmers, dancers, athletes, warriors, carpenters, blacksmiths, every person uh, till the day they were kind of alive. They practiced Mepadam and Karlakattai. Everyone used to have Karlakattai in their home. People had. I know. I know very few people now. I remember in the last, I think, 5, 6 years, I've only heard just a couple of people mentioning this to me that they've had a Karlakattai at home, some great grandfathers or grandfathers Karlakattai, which is like 50 years old. So this is for everyone, and yes, you're right. We all have both feminine and masculine side to us, and actually, the conflicts that we are seeing within the two genders and otherwise also are because the both the sides are not balanced enough. So when we do not embrace, when a man doesn't embrace the feminine side, then that is a toxic masculinity. And even when the woman does not embrace the masculine side of herself, then that's a toxic femininity. So you're correct, exactly. So today actually we can just do like a simple 10-15 minute practice. There's no agenda to it. This will be available for anyone who's watching us on any of these three platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And you can join me and we can just do a 15 minutes practice. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Let's do that. Let's do that. But ending on this funny note, whenever I start saying, you know what, I'm certified in Karlakattai, everybody looks at my husband, thinking I'm going to use that Karlakattai on him. So that's why I brought up this gender thing, because the first thing they think is this is some warrior art I've learned to defend myself, and it's going to be a problem for the other person. I said, no, 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 no. Each one of you should learn. So on that funny note, let's do a practice, and we'll do whatever. I'll just follow you. Maybe
Okay.
start with Maypadam,
Yeah.
a few movements,
Yeah.
and then go on to Karlakattai. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just keep it short, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
yeah,
That's it. Okay. Okay. So can you see me fully?
yeah. You're good.
Okay. Okay, let's start. So let's start with salutation. Arms up. Left foot forward. Right knee on the floor. Saluting Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Touch the ground 3 times. So we are going to get into alignment, which is going to be to keep the shoulders relaxed, to keep the knees soft. At no point lock your knees. Keep your knees soft. Tuck your tailbone in, and that helps to bring core into action. That helps to bring this slight contraction in the lower abdomen, which helps with alignment and balance and throughout the session. So get into alignment, shoulders relax, knees softly bend, bouncy, and tailbone, just tuck your tailbone in like this. That's it. Okay. Now arms at shoulder level, both palms facing down, and we are just going to start moving the arms. A simple movement. Whenever you turn to the side, breathe out. As you come to center, breathe in. As you turn to side, breathe out. And if you are not able to follow it, it's perfectly okay. Just breathe at your own pace.
Do we look in front or turn our head on the left and right, Trisha?
You can look in front or you can turn to the side. It's not an issue. If you feel giddy by moving your head continuously, then you can just continue to look in front.
Do we have to keep count of how many times we are doing any movement?
I'm keeping the count of 108.
Okay. Does a beginner also have to do 108 or can they do 27 or 54?
108 recommended, but otherwise they can take breaks and they can continue the movement.
Ah, okay.
Okay, relax. Finish 108. Okay, next movement we are going to do a very simple twist. Okay, very simple twist. So, slightly wider stance, arms here by the side, and as you turn to any side, just lift your opposite heel up without turning your foot. Just lift your heel up. So, twist, 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 twist. Every time you twist your body, breathe out. Shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed.
I encourage the listeners and viewers to join in. So, for your information, we usually do 45 minutes of Maypada in a class and about 15-20 minutes of Karlakattai. The Maypadam is meant to prepare the body for the Karlakattai, or it can be preparatory exercise for any um, form of exercise that you are involved in, or even activity.
Okay, let's change the movement. So I'm joining my hands in Namaskar Mudra. Okay, relax. Next movement, simply make fist like this. Make fist like this and then open your fist, swing your arms. Make fist, open your fist, swing your arms. Okay, relax. Now let's get Karlakattai. Let's get Karlakattai. Again, salutation, left foot forward. Let's just do simple single hand swing. And during the swing, during the movement, keep looking at the bottom of your Karlakattai. Keep looking at the bottom of your Karlakattai. Relax. Karla down. Salutation. This time right foot forward. Keep your Karla to the side. Come back. Stretch your arms up. Stretch, stretch up, stretch up. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out. Bring your arms down. Arms by the side. Bring your feet closer. Bring your feet closer. Okay, what we are going to do is we are simply going to shift the weight on the toes and heels without lifting toes and heels. So shift your weight on your toes, but don't lift your heels. Shift your weight on your heels, but don't lift your toes. Okay, so arms by the side. We are going to do this with eyes closed. Breathe at your own pace. Okay, relax, open your eyes. Let's end with salutation. Arms up, right foot forward, left knee on the floor.
Hey, that was a quick demo. I think
Yes.
we took a little longer than 15, 20 minutes, but it gave a complete view of what we do. Very quiet.
Yeah.
We don't give minute to minute instructions, so it helps you to go deeper into your um, entire self and figure out. And it is by practice. So thank you, Trisha, for that. Um,
Also, we did just, I think four movements when there are some 1500 movements. And also, there is a different way for practice, also. We do in a way where we practice Maypadam for, let's say, 40 minutes and then some 20 minutes of Karlakattai. But you can also do Maypadam for 20 minutes and, 20 minutes of Karlakattai, Maypadam 30 minutes. Even to do Karlakattai, you don't need to do it continuously. You can do it in the cycles of break and then a bit of explosion, break and explosion. So there are many ways to practice Maypadam and Karlakattai.
Morning, evening, any time of the day, okay? Maybe, before food, after food, if our viewers want to understand when to,
You
explore
should
some
be
concept.
on empty stomach, like you shouldn't have had any heavy meal for at least 1.5 to 2 hours. But I tell not to get stuck in, this what is the best time, because that actually becomes like an obstacle instead of helping with the practice. So if you are someone who struggles with scheduling, then just start at the time when you feel you're going to be free, at least for the next 30, 45 minutes. And if you are good with scheduling and discipline and consistency, then fix any time when you haven't had a heavy meal, and you can do that.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you, Trusha. So, wish everybody a very happy World Meditation Day on the winter equinox, where we are closest to the sun, but now we are on the other side, which is the northern hemisphere. So, it's the winter time. And I think the southern hemisphere points towards the sun. So, with all our namaskaras and salutations to the sun, we take our session. We probably will have one more session before 2024. We say goodbye to Trisha. So we'll see you next week. Today we decided to do this on a Sunday so that more people who have a weekend can even have a watch, and also we had other things to do. So I think next week we'll either do on a Friday or a Sunday. We'll see. I think we're all getting together, so maybe we can do a session together as
Yeah,
well. All our people,
yeah,
we can go live. Yeah. So thank
yeah,
you so
yeah.
much, Trisha, and thank you,
Thank
viewers.
you.
Those of you who are watching now and who are watching later, wish you all a very happy New Year. And may the year bring the year to an end with a lot of gratitude. And I'd like to express my gratitude to this art form, the martial art form, which is Padam and Karlakattai. And thank you, Trisha, for bringing it into my life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Okay, thanks. Bye.